New Regal Radio. I'm DJ Adam, and you are in Lurch's Lair. So that one right there, that was Slipknot with the song Snuff. Right before that, we had Memphis Mayfire with the song No Ordinary Love. Now, I got some housekeeping things here to catch you up on. Of course, we have the incredibly talented Dawn Flynnderella Flynn here, and yes, I do talk with my hands.
He did.
Yes, I do. Talk with my hands, so you
I
can't
got told
see.
about that today.
You can't see it, really.
Yeah, I was talking with my hands, and they were just like, "Oh my god."
Oh, there you go. But
probably direct airplanes a lot, you know.
I can tell you that I feel really stupid talking to a microphone, and pointing at things and motioning, but it's what I do. It is. You can see it on Facebook Live when we do it. I probably won't do it then, but
He'll be self-conscious now.
That's right. I will be. I won't do it. I'll be like sitting on my hands or something. So a couple items here for you. Next Friday night, 3-hour show. I hope I have enough music for that.
I'm sure you will. Call me if you need anything.
So, well, you know what? The guys coming may help us with that a little.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We've got Ignite the Fire will be a special guest here in the Lair. We're going to talk with them about what they're up to, some of the things they have coming up. Their EP, Trial and Triumph, if you haven't listened to that one, that's a really good one. And, yes, it does make a great stocking stuffer. And they did promise a studio performance, a little acoustic number for us come next week. So definitely tune in. December 22nd. The December 22nd show, we're going to do our holiday show. Yes, we're going to give you some tunes of the season.
Yes.
And do you listen to Small Town Titans?
I'm afraid I have never heard of that.
Oh. Well, don't worry. We'll make you convert.
Okay.
They just did You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch.
I wonder if I should recreate my Grinch this year again.
And the lead singer, Phil Freeman, has a baritone voice, and he just nails the voice.
Oh, I'm gonna have to listen to this now.
Check it out on YouTube.
Yeah,
because he just kills it.
I may have to contact him and be like, "Look, I'm gonna use your song in my Grinch video."
He just kills it, and it is they are a rock band, so they put some rock into it as well.
Awesome.
But yes, he does, and they're even just doing it's an in studio video. They're not even doing anything big with it, but just if Phil with his facial
expressions.
Thank you,
yes.
Expressions. he even looks a little menacing when he's singing this song, and they do a great job with that. So check that out, and then some other music as well. Rowdy and Reckless, the big favorite here in the Lair, because we like to get a little rowdy and reckless every once in a while.
Oh well, I do every once in a while. I may actually have to come up next weekend just to get a little rowdy. I don't know.
All right. But okay, so December 22nd. Lurch's Lair Holiday Show, and guess what, folks? That will be the last Lair show of the year. Don't worry, I'll be back in 2018. I'm gonna take 2 weeks off. No show, of course, on December 24th. It's Christmas Eve, so I've got to be Chef Adam, not DJ Adam. But yes, I will be back January 5th on that Friday with our independent show. So don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Just taking a little vacation, just taking a little break. Enjoying the holidays with family, as I hope all of you do as well. So, I know you mentioned some of the other things you do. Tell the folks a little about those as well. I know you've got see your phone case right here with that the Agent A said was, what did he say? It was cool?
He said it was cute.
It was cute.
I said, that's probably the first that I've heard that it's cute. It's, most of the time that's disgusting, or...
Well, he is a strange child.
I mean, he is your child.
Yes, he is my child. He is 100% my child. There's no two ways about it.
Probably like me and my niece, Madeline. She is my mini me. It's ridiculous.
He is my mini me, and he doesn't quite get when not to be sarcastic yet. He still needs a little work on that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. It.
I mean, I don't think I've grown out of that.
I've tempered it a little, but
I do need to watch that though, because getting the new job and stuff like that with the new managers and stuff. I'm just like, I have like that sarcastic humor sometimes, and they just look at me, and I'm like, oh God, they don't know me. And, like, they're not laughing. Okay, no. Oh, gotta stop that.
The funny part is like when I moved up to my new job, the folks I work with are great people, and I started out quiet.
You were quiet when I first started. You were there way before I got there.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
It was 19 years at the beginning of last month.
Yeah, I left after 17 years. So yeah, you were there a good 2 years before I got there.
So
showing my age right now too.
Don't worry, we both are. It's all right. But they thought I was just this quiet person, and then I got to know them,
and they're probably like, "Oh God, Brian."
And then they got to know me, and they don't think I'm a quiet person anymore.
Shh, over there.
Yes. So no, I am not. I am quiet and introverted until I get to know people and know what I can get away with.
Yes. It's always good to learn, like, what you can and can't do. Like,
yes.
So far, so good at my new job. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, apparently, but I like to think I am.
You just got to be you. I mean, there's no two ways about that. You just got to be who you are, and
I can't filter that. Like, there's absolutely no way.
No, not at all. And I think you said I'm in my third year with that job, and I'm more confident and comfortable in my job. And a little of the, not only the being sarcastic, but a little of the this is we could do it this way. I tend to argue my opinions a little more now.
Okay.
And it's appreciated, but sometimes it's
it's frowned upon.
I would say it's frowned upon. It's duly noted.
Oh, okay. Yes.
But
I love that phrase. It's okay. We'll duly note that.
But there may not be anything that can be done about what I don't like. You know what I'm saying? But I agree. I work with a great bunch of people, so I don't really have too many complaints about that. We all have fun.
Yeah, my job now, like, I will tell you right now, I definitely missed warehouse work and being on my feet all day and running around like a crazy person in this warehouse. Like, I probably couldn't ask for a better bunch of people that I actually work with now. Like, it's super fun. We laugh. We have a good time. Sometimes we have our days where it's just like, holy shit, what just happened and everything. But I definitely enjoy the new people that I work with. I've been working with them for about 6 months now. So, and we all have a good time. So hopefully they're all listening tonight.
So you say when you're working, you're listening to music as well, and you come up with some of your creations, like your case there. What other things do you create other than the special effects, makeup, and your cases there?
What else do I create? Well, I actually do paint on canvas. I paint... I think it's more abstract and less realistic. I do a lot of cartoony horror, like, kind of paintings. I think last year I did like a Michael Myers inspired one, and then a Jason Voorhees one. I had this idea in my head the one day. It was actually just right over the summer. I had this crazy, weird, dark figure in my head, and with his hands out or something like that, and then like the heart in the middle of it, and it was like oranges and reds and all this other stuff. And it was just, as soon as I got home, I painted it, and I painted it in like an hour or so. And I had text my friend a picture of it, and he was just like, well, when did you paint that? And I was like, just like right now. And he was just like, oh my God, like, you only eat that, you've been home for like an hour. And I'm like, yeah, I just had to get it out of my head and onto a canvas. And it was crazy because as soon as I posted it on social media, it sold within like 20 minutes. And I was meeting the person to buy the painting. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, I just, when I listen to music, I definitely listen to all kinds of different styles of music, but and I have my moods. Like we played Deftones. That's kind of like my settled down, creepy, like I'm getting into, about to paint something like really creepy and stuff like that. But then I listen to my hardcore, and that's me like going crazy with the paint splatters and all kinds of stuff. And then when I'm like doing makeup and stuff like that, I'm not gonna lie, I may listen to a little gangster rap when I do makeup. You don't hear it in my videos, but kind of drown that out. But sometimes you'll see me dancing in my videos, like so I'll just be like making like all these crazy faces and stuff like that. But I definitely have been doing art and painting since I was a kid. Like my dad used to be able to just put something in front of me and just be like, "Hey, draw that," and I get it from my grandfather. My grandfather was an artist. He was actually he used to airbrush motorcycle tanks, like the tanks and stuff like that. And he used to paint cars and all kinds of stuff. And like my parents were always just like, "You get your artistic ability from your grandfather." My dad's like, "I could never even draw a stick figure properly." And my mom's super creative. She creates a lot of stuff. Oh my God. She makes these amazing wreaths. I'll have to show you later. But she makes these amazing wreaths. And she basically just comes up with this stuff. And I will never forget, like, us being kids, and she would like just, I would have a project due like the next day because, I would procrastinate really bad. And I'd be like, "Oh yeah, by the way, Mom, I have a poster due tomorrow." And she would just be like, "Oh God," and everything. And then she would just boom all of a sudden. And I'd be like, "So thank you, Mom. You probably got me through high school because, or at least junior high, because I got good grades because of you, because you're the one that did all my projects." So shout out to Mom and Dad.
Well, there you go. One thing that, and you see this with artists, and I talk about it, especially with the independent artists. It is a passion, and it is a love, and I appreciate any artist for sharing that drive and that fire with us, whether no matter what the medium is, and with the bands we play, it's the music, and it's a creative process, and it's something that I couldn't do. I played the drum for all of 2 years in elementary school. I switched over to the choir, and I sang with a choir for a reason. I didn't sing very loud. Or good, as my dad once told me, I couldn't carry a tune in a bucket with a handle, and so I don't even pretend, but I know my dad was a wood worker. He did some amazing things with wood. And yes, that hobby horse right over there.
Yeah.
He made that himself. He'd make bowls. Anything. Being my dad, he was also a smart ass, and he made a paddle. He cut out a paddle.
I was saying, go out and get a switch. I got a paddle. I made one
for my brother and me. He even burned our names in each side.
Good God, man!
But you know what? He never had to use it.
It was all about intimidation.
Yes.
It's like the belt. Like, go get my belt. Like, and just slap it.
And
just be like, okay,
and
all right.
It worked. So, yeah, he made some beautiful, really beautiful things, and it always amazed me that he would make he did picture frames as well, and people didn't even want to. He'd go to shows, and people would look at it and pick up stuff and go, "Oh, this is so nice. This is so great. How much?" And then, not only was it the wood, which wood's expensive.
Sometimes it's really expensive.
Especially some of the things, some of the more rare woods. And he'd tell them, and people were like, "Oh," and put it down. And they didn't want to even pay for the material, let alone the time.
Well,
and the craftsmanship.
I'm not sure where. I'm assuming this was Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out, love Pennsylvania. In my line of work, unfortunately, when I do quote people a price for my regular makeup, like beauty makeup for brides and stuff like that, or my special effects, or even my art, like I throw a number out there and sometimes they're like, that's just like, that's really expensive. I'm like, welcome to Pennsylvania. Like, I used to get yelled at a lot for not charging more for what I do. And I feel like the last 5 years, I've really, really accomplished a lot of my abilities, and I've really improved on a lot of stuff that I've worked on, and I've increased my prices, and I warn people, like, I feel like I've literally gotten so good at this portion that I feel like I should get paid for it. And like I was explaining earlier, like Halloween this year was just like a super flop for me, and most of the time I make really good money around Halloween, and this year was just super floppy. I don't know if it was, I'm not even gonna say it.
You know what? I can, some of the bands, and that's a big thing here, and especially, with New Regal Radio, we're all about the independent bands, and you talk to bands and you see it. It's, it's clubs wanting bands to pay the club to play at their club. Mm-hmm. It's people, they if it's tickets, or tickets are too expensive. It's like $10, really?
Yeah, like what?
So folks, go out, support your local artists, whether it's music, it's art, it's whatever. Go out, support your local artists.
I actually have I started it last year. It was a video of my friend Flynn. He's a photographer / artist. He does digital art, and oh my god, he's amazing. I did a whole video of like interviewing him, and I posted it on my Facebook, or I posted it on my YouTube, and it's support your local artists. It was a whole series that I wanted to start, but unfortunately then I started school and stuff, so it kind of got put on the back burner. But I definitely want to start it up again now that I've got like, GoPro and all this kind of stuff. But he was kind of like my test subject with my support your local artists, because I wanted to feature other artists on my YouTube channel, not just me all the time. I wanted to be able, he does a different kind of art than I do. I wanted to show, like, I'm not the only one around here. He does this, and he, this person does that and stuff. So I'm definitely a huge advocate on supporting local artists, obviously, because I am one. So.
All right, folks, we are going to get you back to some music here as we wrap up hour 1 already. We are going to go to Facebook Live here soon as well, so go over to the Lurch's Lair Facebook page, and we'll fire up Facebook Live so you can check the Lair out. You'll just have to the Lair is actually part Lair, part Mrs. Lurch's craft studio. So forgive the teddy bears back in the corner.
Shows your softer side. It's okay.
Oh, it shows my softer side. The softer side of DJ Adam. Next up, we've got some Submersed for you. This song is called Hollow. You're in Lurch's Lair here on New Regal Radio.